Hi everyone, I am Vanita. I am doing BE in Electronics and Communication Engineering in SVCE Bangalore. I am from Honda section. Today my subject is Introduction to Python. In that my topic is list, tuples and dictionary. Let us see about the list. A list is a value that contains multiple values in an ordered sequence. A list values looks like this: cat, bat, rat, elephant. A list begins with an opening square brackets and ends with a closing square bracket. Values inside the list are also called items and are separated with commas. The values in square brackets is an empty list that contains no values, similar to the empty string. Getting a list length with len function. The len function will return the number of values that are in a list value. Let us see about the program. For len function, spam is equals to cat, dog and moose. Len of spam 3 is the output. List concatenation and list replication. The plus operator can combine two lists to create a new list value in the same way. It combines two strings into a new string value. The star operator can also be used with a list and an integer value to replicate the list. Removing values from list with del statements. The del statement will delete values at an index in a list. The del statement can also be used to delete a variable. After deleting, if we try to use the variable, we will get a name error because the variable no longer exists. In practice, you almost never need to delete simple variables. The del statement is mostly used to delete values from the list. Working with list. When we first begin writing programs, it's tempting to create many individual variables to store a group of similar values, which is bad way to write code because it leads to have a duplicate code in the program. Instead of using multiple repetitive variables, we can use a single variable that contains a list value. For example, the following program uses a single list and it can store any number of cats that are user types in. Let us see about the using for loops with list. A for loop repeats the code block once for each value in a list or list like value. A common Python technique is used to range with a for loop to iterate over the indexes of a list. The code in the loop will access the index as the variable I, the value at the index as the supplies I, and range len of supplies will iterate through all the indexes of supplies, no matter how many items it contains. Finding a value in a list with the index method. List values have an index method that can be passed a value, and if the value exists in the list, the index of the value is returned. If the value is not in the list, then Python produces a value error. When there are duplicates of the value in the list, the index of its first appearance is returned. Adding values to list with the append and insert methods. To add new values to a list, use the append and insert methods. The append method adds the argument to the end of the list. The insert method can insert a values at any index in the list. The first argument to insert is the index for the new values and the second argument is the new value to be inserted. Methods belong to a single data type. The append and insert methods are list methods can be called only on list values, not on other values such as strings or integers. Removing values from list with remove function. The remove method is pass the value to be removed from the list it is called on. Attempting to delete a value that does not exist in the list will result in a value error. If the value appears multiple times in the list, only the first instance of the value will be removed. The del statement is good to use when we know the index of the value you want to remove from the list. The remove method is good when you know the value you want to remove from the list. Sorting the values in a list with the sort method. List of number values or list of strings can be stored with the sort method. You can also pass true for the reverse keyword argument to have sort the values in the reverse order. There are three strings. There are three things you should note about the sort method. First, the sort method sorts the list in place. Don't try to return value by writing code like spam is equals to spam dot sort. Second, we cannot sort lists that have both number values and string values in them. Third, sort uses uppercase rather than actual alphabetical order lowercase for sorting strings. If we need to sort the values in regular alphabetical order, pass str.lower for the keyword argument in the sort method call. Let us see about the tuples. Similar to list, a tuple is an ordered collection of elements, but it is immutable. Once a tuple is created, you cannot change its elements. Tuples are created using parentheses. For example, accessing elements and basic operations are similar to list. Use tuples when you have a collection of values that should not be modified during the program. Let us see about the dictionaries. A dictionary is an unordered collection of key value pairs. Each key in a dictionary must be unique. Dictionaries are created using curly braces and each key value pair is separated by a colon. For example, you can access values using their keys. Dictionaries are useful when you have a set of data with a unique identifier for each value in. Summary: lists are mutable ordered collections, tuples are immutable ordered collections, and dictionaries are unordered collections with key value pairs. The choice between them depends on the specific requirements of your program. Thank you for watching.